Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Donnie, and this is my 2 cents fishing. And I'm back in my comfort zone, guys. This is where I feel comfortable. Out here on the water, this is where I feel comfortable. Now, obviously, if you can't tell, the water today is chocolate milk. So, not the best for fishing, but I figured this is the perfect time to do an on the water review of my boat. So first of all, let me get a couple of very important things out of the way first. First and foremost, shout out to my wife, the best wife in the world, because none of this be possible without her. I wouldn't have the boat. I wouldn't be out here fishing. I wouldn't get to fish as much as I do. None of this stuff. The boat wouldn't be rigged out the way it is if it wasn't for my wife, Heather. Heather, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much. And that, and the other thing is the reason why I've rigged out the boat the way I did. I think I lost my train of thought, but it's all right. We'll get back to it. Anyway, so let's talk about the boat. On the boat, it's absolutely fabulous, guys. I said that on the little walkthrough I did. It's completely stable. I'll turn around this way. I mean, standing up is no problem. I can stand up, move around. I mean, there's nothing I'm gonna do. And I've got to get my sea legs yet, but standing up, fishing, casting, all that is absolutely no problem. More stable than the kayak, and the kayak was extremely stable. In case you don't know, I've been fishing for the last 3 years out of an Old Town Autopilot 120, which I absolutely love. What else? So one of the things when I said about fixing the boat the way that I did, and there are some adjustments that I still have to make, but one of the most important things for me is the fact that I spend so much time on the water. I mean, I typically, well, pretty much, unless there's something, family-wise that I can't do, is me, my wife, and my son, Daniel. Daniel is about to turn 14. I fish every day. If there's not ice on the water, I fish. If there's not ice, lightning, or wind that I just can't handle, I fish. And so that being said, I wanted my boat to be comfortable. I spend a lot of hours out here. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be convenient. And that's what I've attempted to do. I have attempted to set it up so that everything is very comfortable, very convenient, very easy to get to. I think I've done a pretty good job of that. Right now, the only, I won't say the only, I've got a couple of small issues. Issue number one, I've got my, the place where I mounted my pole for my live scope pole mount. I've set it a little bit too forward, so I need it back here, a little bit closer to my seat. When I did it, I was thinking in terms of standing up. But now that I'm on the boat, I'm going to be honest with you. The way this seat sits, I'm not squatted down. I'm in and I can raise it. It's a swivel seat. It adjusts, so I can raise it up to a almost standing position. Guys, I'm so comfortable, and I'm sitting up so high already. I just won't be standing up that much. I know I won't, and not that I can't, but there's just not much point in it. I can raise the seat up to where I'm almost in a standing position anyway. So I probably won't be standing up much. I do have a place for another Millennium seat for my wife or whoever else might happen to be with me. That's the other issue. My NK300. I bought the NK300 to put on my kayak. Well, I've used it on my kayak, and it's awesome. But it's the flat mount. I did not have the transom mount because it's going on kayak. And at the time, I didn't know that I was going to be getting another boat. So, long story short, I rigged it to fit on here, and it fit, but it doesn't quite get down in the water deep enough. and so I'm not getting quite the speed that I want. I can, if I turn it on, I had it on 80 earlier. That and my trolling motor, both on 80. And if I go sit in the back, that puts enough weight on it so it gets it down enough so it's not just splashing, making a big mess. And it gives me more speed than just my trolling motor does. So, but I'll figure out something. I'll come up with a rig, some kind of way to rig that up so that I can get that a little bit lower in the water. You know, make some kind of little plaque, stand, whatever you want to call it, mount, something. We'll get that taken care of. I do have, and you know, I don't know if you guys, they've done something with these phones where I used to be able to just flip my phone around, and I can't do it anymore while I'm videoing. I know it's irritating, but you know, it is what it is. But so my fish finder, where I have it mounted, if you can see it behind me, this is irritating. But I've got a second one that I had up on top of this. It's a little bit wobbly, but probably fine. You know, I don't have it hooked up right now because that's another thing I've got to take care of. Sorry about the camera work, guys. I'm pretty bad at this, but yeah. The other thing is I do not have my regular my side view regular transducer. Can't remember what number that one is, but I don't have that mounted yet because on the kayak, on the Old Town, it mounted underneath the kayak. They had a spot for it, so I did not have an arm to mount it on. Which brings up another point, guys. I'm just rattling, I know, but I've been holding off these videos, trying to get this boat together. I got so many things on my mind. So, another thing about the boat, guys. You know, people look at it and they, wow, that's expensive. You should have got a boat, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of money, blah, blah. Well, okay. Remember, number one, first and foremost, this is a plastic 10-foot boat. The boat itself only cost $800 or $900. I can't remember which. Let's say $900. So let's say the boat was $900, okay? I did have to get a trolling motor. Those trolling motors are expensive, okay? Trolling motors are expensive. You know, a bow-mounted 55-pound thrust Minn Kota Terrova, I believe it ran me about $1,800 if I'm not mistaken. But everything else, guys, I already had on my kayak. I didn't really have to buy any. The wood that I used to build the deck, but outside of that, everything I just took it off my kayak. As a matter of fact, I started to go buy tracks to put, you know, to mount stuff with. Well, I'm not using. I just took the tracks off my Old Town, you know. So that saved a bunch of money. You know, I didn't have to buy grass. I already had boats in the grass. I already had everything. I had everything. Everything else I had in the wood. You know, the wood, that stuff there. So that wasn't a big issue. What else? Anything else that I'm forgetting? I'm sure there is, guys, but, you know, I will, this, most importantly, guys, I fish for fun. I fish for enjoyment. I fish for relaxation, and I love it. But the truth of the matter is, if you're a fisherman, you know, the fish aren't always biting. It's just how it is. They're not always biting. And so I attempted, and I believe I've rigged this boat so that I can enjoy myself out here on the water, regardless of if fish are biting or not. And that I've accomplished. Man, I mean, it's so peaceful out here. The way the boat performed than my video, and I don't know what happened to my, wow, it just decided to do its own thing there. That being said, then I've got y'all sideways. I don't know, my gimbal decided to do something crazy all on its own. But that being said, guys, I'm going to figure out what's going on with this. I'm going to sign off. See you on the next one. Thank you for coming. Peace.